I did? Okay, good. Okay, welcome. I'd like to call this September 27th, 2021 council meeting to order. If you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Hazeltine.
Present.
Heffinger.
Here.
Lamb.
Here.
Rose.
Here.
Shields.
Here.
Simpson.
Here.
Coin.
Here. Reading of the minutes.
Mr. President,
Mr. Shields.
I move that the minutes from the regular meeting of September 13, 2021, as prepared and submitted by the clerk, be approved.
Second.
Discussion on the minutes. Will the clerk please call the roll on the approval of the minutes?
Heffinger.
Yes.
Lamb.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Reports of standing committees. The Finance Committee met prior to council this evening and will again meet in 2 weeks. Health, Safety, and Sanitation. Mr. Simpson.
Thank you, Mr. President. No meeting scheduled, nothing to report.
Thank you. Public Properties. Mr. Shields.
Thank you, Mr. President. No meeting scheduled, nothing to report this evening.
Thank you. Special Legislation. Mr. Lamb.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have two things. One is I have scheduled a meeting for October 13th at 5 o'clock to discuss a proposed amendment to Chapter 145, which is basically clarifying the language that relates to demolition. And it's available for council and committee members to review. And I particularly want to thank Law Director Greg Huber for a great deal of assistance in working on this. I think I started this about, I don't know, I think it's close to 2 years ago, really, when it first came up. So hopefully we can move along on that. And secondly, the request that we had a while back in special legislation to create a TNR program in Medina to responsibly and humanely reduce the number of feral and abandoned cats. Of course, that passed out of special legislation, came to finance, passed out of finance, and tonight on the agenda is the request for the funding for that organization, that which is really a great collaboration in order to get this TNR program, which already is actually up and running. So, and I appreciate every council member's and the administration and the mayor's support for this effort. Thank you.
Thank you. Streets and Sidewalks. Mr. Heffinger.
Thank you, Mr. President. I don't have a meeting time scheduled just yet, but we do have a request for council action in the Streets and Sidewalks Department for looking into whether to build a traffic light at the intersection of Route 57 and Sugar House and Lexington. So as soon as I have that meeting date, I will let you guys know.
Thank you. Water and Utilities. Mrs. Hazeltine.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have nothing to report at this time and no meeting scheduled.
Thank you. Emerging Technologies. Mr. Rose.
Thank you, Mr. President. We have based on the last meeting, the new wording for the advisory committee is moved over to the law department, waiting for his review and comment. And then once we receive that back, we'll move that to finance. And we have another meeting scheduled on October 4th at 5 p.m. Where we're going to discuss the cybersecurity incident response policy to meet an audit requirement, and then discuss a flock camera systems for the police department. Thank you.
Thank you. Request for council action. We have several for finance. We have 21-181 budget amendments, 21-182 fund advance request, 21-183 decorative railing for North Broadway and Spring Grove culvert replacements, 21-184 discussion of City Hall parking deck electric vehicle charging stations, 21-185 amend ordinance 104-21 account corrections, 21-186 amend ordinance 85-21 account corrections, and 21-187 accept amount and rate as determined by the Budget Commission. Streets and Sidewalks has 21-188 installation of traffic signal Sugar House Lane, Route 57 and Lexington Ridge, and Emerging Technologies has one request, 21-189 expenditure for flock camera systems, Flock Industries for police and service. Reports of municipal officers. Mayor Hamill.
Thank you, sir. The Medina Farmers Market continues to meet each Saturday from 9 to 1. The State of the City was presented to the Medina Area Chamber of Commerce on Tuesday, September 14th, and to City Council just prior to this council meeting. Links for both of those will be placed on the websites, websites for Medina TV, the City of Medina, and our city departments. We're proud of the ongoing efforts of the staff and positive and collaborative working relationship between the administration and Medina City Council for the past 12 years. The City of Medina is proud and honored to have Medina County Alcohol, Drug, and Mental Health Executive Director Philip Titterington receive the 2020 Faithful Servant Award at the Harvest of Justice and Peace Awards celebration on Sunday, September 19th at St. Martin of Tours Parish in Valley City. This event was presented by the Catholic Commission of Wayne, Ashland, and Medina counties. I was proud to attend. I serve on the Adam board, but proud to attend along with State Representative Sharon Ray, County Commissioner Steve Hambley, and fellow Adam board member Lou DeLoss. Our local churches are going to be hosting a 3-day Unity Festival, Unity Revival, not festival, revival. This Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, September 28th, 29th, and 30th at 7 p.m. at Cornerstone Chapel, 3939 Granger Road. There will be a community choir made up of various churches and different speakers and participants each night. And if you're available and interested, I'd encourage you to attend. And last but not least, I'd like to invite up Stephanie Mueller and present a proclamation for Prostate Cancer Awareness Month of September. So we do this each year, and this is the first year that somebody's actually came to receive it. So, City of Medina proclamation, whereas in 2021, an estimated 191,930 men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer in the United States, and roughly 33,330 will die from the disease, whereas approximately 9,010 new cases of prostate cancer will be diagnosed, and an estimated 2,000 deaths will occur in Ohio in 2021. And whereas 1 in 9 men are diagnosed with prostate cancer in lifetime, overall African American men are at the highest risk for the disease with a rate of 1 in 6 and 2.2 times more likely to die from the disease. And whereas nearly 3.1 million men in the U.S. are living with prostate cancer diagnosis, and that number is estimated to climb to 4 million by 2024 as men in the baby boomer generation age. Whereas veterans who have been exposed to chemicals and herbicides are at a higher risk for developing prostate cancer, and whereas education regarding prostate cancer and early detection strategies is critical to saving lives, preserving and protecting our families. The economic and social hardship it has on families is huge, with estimated medical costs at over $8 billion. And whereas all men are at risk for prostate cancer, and we encourage the citizens of Medina to increase the importance of prostate screenings. Now, therefore, I, Dennis Hanwell, Mayor of the City of Medina, do hereby designate September as Prostate Cancer Awareness Month in the City of Medina, and witness whereof I have set the seal of the City of Medina and signed. I present this to you. Thank you. Would you like to talk?
Thank you, Mayor Hanwell and City Council for this. My name is Stephanie Mueller. I'm proud to say my dad is a 9-year prostate cancer survivor, and I got involved with an organization called Zero the End of Prostate Cancer. I go to Washington, D.C. every year to advocate for legislation and awareness, as well as was the race director for the Zero the End of Prostate Cancer race this year. And Ohio, I'm proud to say, is the first state in the nation to get a prostate cancer awareness license plate. So you'll see mine on my car driving around town. But I encourage all of you men to get tested. It's the most curable form of cancer when found early detected, and it's a simple blood test. So please tell your loved ones to get tested. Thank you very much.
That's it, sir.
Thank you. Mr. Huber, Law Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Mr. Durham, Finance Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. The bond sale was completed last week, and I have a few things on the agenda we'll talk to when we get to them.
Chief Kinney, Police Department.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Thank you. Chief Walters, Fire Department.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just want to let everybody know, beginning tonight and running through Sunday, October 3rd, the fire department will be participating in a program titled Light the Night. This is through the National Fallen Firefighters Foundation. It's in remembrance of fallen firefighters in the line of duty across the country. So if you drive by our main station at the corner of Huntington and Reagan, you'll notice that it's going to be illuminated in red lights all week.
Thank you. Mr. Gladish, Building Official.
Thank you, Mr. President. I have no report.
Thank you, Mr. Worley, Parks and Recreation Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just one item to note. On Saturday, October 9th, from 1 to 3, the Friends of the Cemetery will be hosting the Spring Grove Arboretum Walkabout, self-guided tour. Those that want to participate can show up to the Mears office building on the east side of the cemetery. The walk will showcase 50 of the 81 tree species at Spring Grove, and they will be identified with signs and QR codes to give you more information about the trees. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Patton, City Engineer.
Thank you, Mr. President. As you probably noticed when you came here tonight, we started our West Liberty Street Storm Sewer City Hall Parking Deck Detention Basin project today. Just want to advise the public that the project will take about 6 weeks to finish. The first week or two, we will be able to keep the eastern half of the city parking lot adjacent to Sully's open, but there will come a point where we will have to close it for the balance of the project, and there will be no access to the parking deck from Liberty during that time. I appreciate everyone's patience. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Marshall, Economic Development Director.
Thank you, Mr. President. Just a couple items to note for council and the public this evening. We are in phase 3 of our comprehensive plan update, which involves our community engagement events. We held an event at the Medina Square Farmers Market on Saturday, September 18th, and had a really good turnout. We were located in the Main Street booth. I did want to thank Councilwoman Jess Hazeltine, Councilman Eric Heffinger, Councilman Bill Lamb, and Councilman Paul Rose for coming out and helping out at the booth that day. It was very well received and got a lot of great feedback. OHM Advisors was also holding project office hours at Cool Beans Cafe last week, Tuesday, September 21st. They may do one more of those. And then our upcoming community engagement event is actually going to be a virtual community meeting, which will be held this Thursday, September 30th at 6 p.m. And you'll see up on the screen, there are 3 different ways that the public can join the discussion from their computer. There's a link with a password. They can also join from their phone. However, the graphic content would not be available or visible by the phone. And then also from Facebook at the Medina TV Facebook page, there'll be you'll be able to watch it live there as well. So we did want to thank Jared Fry for his help in getting all of that set up. Our City of Medina Economic Development Committee is meeting this Wednesday at 8 a.m. at the Medina County Career Center. And that will be the opportunity for the committee to give feedback on the comprehensive plan as well. And then we have a series of boards, display boards for the public to provide feedback here at Medina City Hall, and then also at the Medina Community Rec Center. So lots of different ways to get your feedback. We also that survey is still open, which you can link to that on the project website. The project website is www.medinacomplan2021.wordpress.com. And so you can go to the website and click on the link for the survey. There's also a QR code. Then the next item is our next round of ribbon cuttings is set for Friday, October 8th. We have 6 of them scheduled that day. This is in conjunction with the Medina Chamber of Commerce and Main Street, Medina. Starting at 10 a.m., a new business called Hillzinger America at 620 East Smith Road, which is in the Enterprise Building in unit number 8. And then at 11 o'clock, we go over to MK Airsoft LLC at 220 North State Road. And then at 1 o'clock, the Dog Wizard at 226 North State Road. And then at 2 o'clock, Bella Moxie at 236 West Liberty Street. And then 3 o'clock, Miller Plating at 940 Lafayette Road. And 4 o'clock is the Gypsy Moon LLC at 335 North Court Street. We have sent out all of the invitations, and we hope that you'll be able to join us. Thank you.
Thank you. Notices, communications, petitions. We have one liquor permit, not to object to the issuance of a new D3 permit to Grab and Go Firewood LLC, doing business as Grab and Go Beverage and Market, 236B North State Road and Patio.
Move not to object.
Second, not to object.
Any discussion? Will the clerk please call the roll?
Lamb.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Heffinger.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Unfinished business, we have none. Introduction of visitors. Members of the public will be permitted the opportunity to speak on any issue or concern which pertains to the city during the portion of the council agenda devoted to introduction of visitors. All comments shall be directed to the chair, and a reasonable time limit of approximately 5 minutes will be imposed. If there's a group, please appoint a spokesperson. Speakers should approach the rear microphone and state their name and address so it can be entered into the minutes. Members of the public will be afforded the opportunity to comment on other portions of the meeting as determined by the chair or by a vote of the majority of council members present. Is there anybody that wishes to address council at this time? Nope. Okay. Introduction and considerations of ordinances and resolutions. At this time, I'd entertain a motion to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings on the following ordinances and resolutions. Ordinance 15521, Ordinance 15621, Ordinance 15721, Ordinance 15821, Ordinance 15921, Resolution 16021, Ordinance 16121, Ordinance 16221, Ordinance 16321, and Ordinance 16421.
I will make a motion to suspend the rules requiring 3 readings of tonight's ordinances and resolutions.
Second.
Any discussion on the motion to suspend the rules? Will the clerk please call the roll on the motion to suspend the rules?
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Heffinger.
Yes.
Lamb.
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Ordinance 15521, an ordinance authorizing the expenditure of $10,000 to Medina County Society for Prevention of Cruelty to Animals, SPCA, for the Medina Meow Fixed Trap and Neuter and Release Program.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion?
Mr. President,
Mr. Shields?
the emergency clause has been requested. I move to add it this time.
My second includes the emergency clause.
Discussion on the emergency clause and ordinance. Mayor Hamwell?
Thank you, Mr. President. This passed through special legislation as well as finance, and I'd respectfully ask council's approval of this. For the citizens watching, the $10,000 being paid to the SPCA is for the trap and neuter release of feral cats in the city of Medina only. I'm also pleased to share with you that Councilman Shields and I met with the Stevenson Foundation Board this afternoon immediately before Board of Control, and the Stevenson Board also approved a matching $10,000 to assist with this program in light of what the city had done with the original money. That $10,000 will not be restricted to the city of Medina because the Stevenson Board felt that the reach was beyond the city, but understood why the city had to limit ours. And then last, I would mention that the emergency clause is requested because these volunteers are and have been for the past month, if not longer, already performing these duties, and we would prefer to get them the money sooner than later so they can continue the operation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lamb.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Councilman Shields, for your assistance to provide the full amount, which was originally requested in the Special Legislation Committee. But this is even, it probably speaks even more to the, to what's really wonderful about this community, and that is that we can collaborate and combine the money that's coming from the city and do it through this donation, which I really just think that speaks well about the community. And I particularly want to thank all the members that have worked on the Medina Meow Fix, created the Medina Meow Fix, brought the program to us, and got right to work. And I've seen the numbers already, and the numbers that we've seen so far make it very clear that there was an issue that I'm sure some folks knew about, but I certainly didn't. And I'm not sure most of us here, maybe I'm speaking for some of the people here on council and in the administration, maybe didn't even recognize that the issue was as severe as it really is. And so I think if you combine the whole thing that happened from the very beginning, last March it all began, straight through the process now with the mayor and Councilman Shields, working with the Stevenson Foundation to provide the additional funding. It's just how I guess you would always hope things would turn out to be. And I really appreciate your work, Medina Meow Fix, each one of you, and your commitment to creating a program that responsibly deals with the issue, but also deals with it in a humane way, and most importantly then in an effective way to reduce the population of both feral cats and abandoned cats. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Mrs. Hazeltine.
Oh, thank you. I have nothing but good things to say about Medina Meow Fix. When we started working with you in, March, April, we kind of had a vague idea of what the problem might be, but once we started gathering information and met this amazing group of people, Councilman Lamb and I realized it was a much bigger problem than we had ever anticipated. And once we dug into it, I actually realized that it was a big problem in Ward 1 that I was not aware of and would not have been aware of if, the Huffs and Michelle and everyone else had not come and spoken before council. Result of that has also been a beautiful friendship between myself and the Huffs. They live 2 streets over from me, so nothing but good has come of this. And I thank the mayor and Mr. Shields for securing that additional funding. This is already a great thing, and only better things can come from now on. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion or comment? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the emergency clause?
Shields?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Coin?
Yes.
Hazeltine?
Yes.
Heffinger?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Rose?
Yes.
Motion passes 7-0.
Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance?
Simpson?
Yes.
Coin?
Yes.
Hazeltine?
Yes.
Heffinger?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Rose?
Yes.
Shields?
Yes.
Ordinance 155-21 passes 7-0.
Thank you. Ordinance 156-21, an ordinance authorizing the mayor to solicit requests for proposals, RFPs, for drug screening and association professional services for employees of the city of Medina.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion, Mayor Hanwell.
Thank you, Mr. President. So we do this annually to get the various vendors in town that provide this service, the availability to bid on it, and then find the best value for the city with the tax dollars that we need to spend on this. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion or comment? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance?
Coin?
Yes.
Hazeltine?
Yes.
Heffinger?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Rose?
Yes.
Shields?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Ordinance 156-21 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 157-21, an ordinance rejecting all proposals submitted for the marketing and solicitation services for the Medina Community Recreation Center.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion, Mr. Worley?
Thank you, Mr. President. We solicited for RFPs and received one proposal that was primarily for naming rights, which conflicts with our joint operating agreement with Medina City Schools. So therefore, we cannot use this, and we're requesting to reject the proposal. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any further discussion or comment?
What just happened?
Right up here.
Well, we forgot to turn the lights on, so I said it. Turn the lights Clerk, please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance.
Hazeltine?
Yes.
Heffinger?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Rose?
Yes.
Shields?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Coin?
Yes.
Ordinance 15721 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 15821, an ordinance amending section 3105 of the Salaries and Benefits Code of the City of Medina, Ohio, relative to the Water Department.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Mayor Hamel?
Thank you, sir. On behalf of our service director, what we're looking at doing is reclassifying a number of folks in our water department. So we're going to go from 2 operation technicians to 1, from 2 meter service technicians to 1, and then increase our water technicians, which we have the most workload for, from 1 to 3. So it's the same number of people, just different classifications, and I'd respectfully ask your approval.
Thank you. Any further discussion or comment on the ordinance? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance?
Heffinger?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Rose?
Yes.
Shields?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Coin?
Yes.
Hazeltine?
Yes.
Ordinance 15821 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 15921, an ordinance amending section 3105 and 3107 of the Salaries and Benefits Code of the City of Medina, Ohio, relative to the Recreation Center Supervisor and accepting the revised job description for Facility Supervisor.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Worley?
Thank you, Mr. President. This ordinance is to revise the classification and job description of the Recreation Supervisor and rename the position the Facility Supervisor to better align with the job duties. We're looking to advertise and fill the position now that traffic is increasing at the rec center and our revenues are approaching a benchmark that we've identified. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion or comment? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance?
Lamb?
Yes.
Rose?
Yes.
Shields?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Coin?
Yes.
Hazeltine?
Yes.
Heffinger?
Yes.
Ordinance 15921 passes 7-0.
Resolution 16021, a resolution authorizing an application for the loan relative to Phase 3 of the North Huntington Street reconstruction from the State of Ohio, Ohio Public Works Commission.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Mr. Patton?
Thank you, Mr. President. Council may remember in August, you passed an ordinance allowing us to apply for a grant for the same project. This year, we are required to also apply for a loan. It's a 0% interest and no early prepayment penalty loan.
Thank you. Any further discussion or comment on the resolution? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the resolution?
Rose?
Yes.
Shields?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Coin?
Yes.
Hazeltine?
Yes.
Heffinger?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Resolution 160-21 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 16121, an ordinance authorizing the purchase of two 2021 replacement body Mark III dump truck beds for Ford F-550 from Henderson Products, Inc. for the Street Department.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion? Mayor Hamel?
Thank you, Mr. President. So these were in the budget, and these are on the state bid, and they're replacing some outdated and aged trucks for the street department, and I respectfully ask your approval.
Thank you. Any further discussion or comment on the ordinance? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance?
Shields?
Yes.
Simpson?
Yes.
Coin?
Yes.
Hazeltine?
Yes.
Heffinger?
Yes.
Lamb?
Yes.
Rose?
Yes.
Ordinance 16121 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 16221, an ordinance amending section 3109.1F of the Salaries and Benefits Code of the City of Medina, Ohio, relative to the overtime pertaining to part-time firefighters.
Move to approve.
Second.
Discussion. Chief Walters?
Thank you, Mr. President. This is, as you're aware, we use part-time firefighters that have full-time employment elsewhere for our staffing, and over the last number of years, we've noticed it does get harder and harder to get guys to sign up for those shifts when they do fall on the holiday. And now that we've added the weekend staffing, we're going to capture all of those holidays throughout the year. So in an effort to ensure that we have adequate staffing for those days, we're just looking to properly incentivize those firefighters on those days. So the way the new language is laid out, the pay will be in parity with the other collective bargaining, or with the 3 or 4 collective bargaining agreements that the city currently has.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussion or comment? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance?
Simpson?
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Heffinger.
Yes.
Lamb.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Ordinance 16221 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 16321, an ordinance amending ordinance number 21720 passed December 14, 2020, amendments to the 2021 budget.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion, Mr. Durham.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is mostly involving grants and to cover the transfers and advances to cover those grants.
Thank you. Any further discussion or comment? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance?
Coin.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Heffinger.
Yes.
Lamb.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Ordinance 16321 passes 7-0.
Ordinance 16421, an ordinance authorizing the finance director to make certain fund advances.
Move to approve.
Second?
Discussion, Mr. Durham.
These are advances which cover the cost of the grant projects, and then they'll be repaid when the grants are paid to us.
Any further discussion or comment on the ordinance? Will the clerk please call the roll on the adoption of the ordinance?
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Heffinger.
Yes.
Lamb.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Ordinance 16421 passes 7-0.
Council comments? Mr. Rose?
Thank you, Mr. President. Congratulations to Medina Catfix, or Meowfix, excuse me. Whatever. I know it's one of those cat food things, right? But use the money prudently. Thank you.
Any other council comments? Mrs. Hazeltine?
Thank you, Mr. President. Couple things. Some of you may have noticed my somewhat obnoxiously large pin that I have on. It is a watermelon. It is from the Juvenile Detention Center's Light Up, Be a Light in the Dark art exhibition that they had last week sometime. But I am always amazed by the things that they come out with. Honestly, I think this year was the best one yet. They had a room to the side that was all glow in the dark, where the residents had made different splatter paint designs. There was all kinds of amazing stuff. And I can't say enough about Ron Stoller and Megan Milliken and the programs that they have put in place at the Juvenile Detention Center. If anyone is interested in seeing any pictures of that, there are some on my council Facebook page. One of my favorite ones was, it had to do with the theme, but it was a window, and they had blinds that came up, and on the curtain was all of the things that they were struggling with: depression, anxiety. And to read these things that came from actual residents of the detention center was, it struck me. And the part that was the window had all of the things that they have hope for, the things that they are working for. So it was really an incredible exhibit to see. Secondly, thank you to the mayor for the state of the city. I also have the comprehensive plan link. If you didn't get all of the words down when Mrs. Marshall was saying it, that is also on my council Facebook page, so you can just click the hyperlink if you want. And then finally, I don't think that enough people realize, because she's very humble, but Stephanie does an amazing amount of work on behalf of prostate cancer awareness and education. She did the run that she mentioned, that was mentioned in the proclamation. She's a running fool. Every time I go on her Facebook, she's running for prostate cancer again. So thank you, Stephanie, for all that you do for that cause.
Thank you. Any other council comments? Mr. Lamb?
Mayor, thanks for the, it was really a great presentation, the state of the city. Really covered, I think, the most significant, I think really significant, not just the things that happen, but how they happen, and the importance of what we do, and really is a great collaboration, as you mentioned, between city council and the administration. It was a really good presentation. I appreciate that, and I'm sure the community does as well. And I only also want to mention that last Saturday, the Medina County Arts Council held their annual Harvest for the Arts Service Awards. And the people that were recognized at last Saturday's event were Grace Zay, Ron Stoller, who Councilwoman Hazelton just mentioned, for the work he's doing in a completely different area, but for that reason. Jim Gilder and Jill Morton. The arts recognizes them for their service to the arts in engagement, education, and philanthropy. And I also want to thank Councilwoman Hazelton and my colleague Councilman Rose volunteering at that event last Saturday night, helping with everything from serving food to selling raffle tickets. So appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Excuse me, Mr. President, that was Thursday night, not Saturday night?
I meant to say Thursday night,
Thank
right?
you.
Did I not say?
That's what I
thought I
heard.
said that, right?
Any other council comments?
Mr. Coyne, before you adjourn, if I could. The chief just brought to my attention, I'm sorry, I didn't catch it when we were going through it, but when we talked at finance, we asked that ordinance 16221 be retroactive to 9/1/2021, so that when we started that extra shift, that it would take effect retroactive to that. And I see that that is not in the ordinance. If we could consider that, please.
Thank you. So this is, wait a second.
It's ordinance 162-21.
Oh, there it is. So at this time, I entertain a motion to amend ordinance 16221 to include that the ordinance be effective retroactive as of, did you say September 1st?
Yes, sir.
2021?
September 1st, 2021.
Second.
Any discussion on amending ordinance number 16221 to make the modification to make it become effective retroactively to September 1st, 2021? Will clerk please call the roll on the amendment to the ordinance number 16221?
Heffinger.
Yes.
Lamb.
Yes.
Rose.
Yes.
Shields.
Yes.
Simpson.
Yes.
Coin.
Yes.
Hazeltine.
Yes.
Ordinance 16221, the amendment to is
Thank you,
approved
sir.
7-0.
You're welcome.
Thank you,
Any
sir.
other council comments? I just have one. Remember, October 6th, I believe, is our final budget meeting at 5:30. And then we'll do a discussion on all the budgets and a discussion on the income tax allocation and any other items that need to come before the budgetary process and the 5-year plan. So hope everybody comes to that one. It'll be our final one, and then we'll have a separate meeting for the discussion on the other items. If there's nothing else to come before council, council is adjourned.